was initially inspired to pursue a career in nursing by my family. My father was a physician, and the goodness and stewardship that both my mother and my father showed to others deeply imprinted in me. I was led to careers that were helping professions. I was fortunate enough when I graduated from high school that my parents didn't ask me if I was going to college, but instead asked me where I was going to go and what I was going to study. I did know that I wouldn't be fulfilled by working in a career that wasn't service-oriented. I wouldn't be satisfied as a bank manager or a paralegal. I needed to share myself with others that needed help. It was a personal calling, a spiritual calling, and I also cared for my dad at his end of life. And as a nurse educator, I want to teach nurses of today how to care for people like my dad. I was driving by a congested area on the highway by my home, and I saw a man lying on the ground with two people frantically trying to help him. I got out of my car to assess the situation and monitor the gentleman until paramedics arrived. As I turned back to get into my car, the woman who was with the patient ran to me and gave me one of the biggest hugs and the deepest hugs I think I've ever received. She kept saying thank you over and over. The patient was someone who needed a ride home, but one that this woman didn't know well, and she became petrified when the patient became violently ill and jumped out of the moving car. What was memorable and an affirmation about nursing was that the tasks I provided were not invasive. I didn't start an IV or begin CPR. I was just present. I tended to the ill patient, was reassuring to those who were concerned while answering questions to all who asked. But it was much more for this grateful person. With nursing care, it's often the human touch and compassion of giving yourself that makes a difference. And most of the time, we don't realize the depth of the impact of the lives that we touch. I'm an advocate for mental health and those afflicted with mental disease. My philosophy is that those who suffer from mental illness should be treated no differently than someone who is experiencing hypertension or diabetes. All disorders of mental functioning are biological diseases. As nurses, our compassion for them should flow without judgment and with the same compassion for all. I want to make an impact on those that suffer from mental illness.